Oh, hey, everybody. Hey, Unfinished. How are you doing? Let me get everything situated over here. Let's see. Is Nico already here? Because I was trying to really understand Nico's comment about the stream. So, because I guess I don't know if you're asking, is that a constraint on? Oh, I'm doing all right. I don't know if Nico, are you here? Because I already see hello, but it looks like it was already, maybe when I open this up, it was already here. So, okay, I guess I'm not completely understanding the question you're asking about the live stream. Now I may have something I've been waiting for some time. Really? So it was saying it was. Did it say the live stream was? Because I didn't think I scheduled it. Now there may be somebody. Hey, Alex. No, because then I need to go back and check and make sure I didn't set up anything, because there is a way to schedule a live stream, but no. I ended the stream yesterday. For me, really, the live stream existed before I came. Okay, that is. I'll have to look and see what setting I may have clicked. That's really interesting. All right. So we were going to talk about really after the live stream yesterday, another one started, but it showed nothing until now. Now, I have seen that the streams have been, there's been some weirdness because I don't do very many live streams. So there's been doing some really weird calculations. The time has been going down. The views have been reducing themselves like after 24 hours. So I don't know if it's a bug inside of YouTube, but I didn't schedule anything. And there is a way to. I did experiment with that to see if I could draw more viewers because then that helps with the notifications, because right now how did you guys get notified? I know Nico was hanging around, so I appreciate that. Alex, I have not seen you yet. You said morning, so you're on this side of the planet with me. I think everybody else is Europe to Asia, if I recall. Eastern Europe, and then Indonesia, maybe. I just got back from the gym. I'm drinking my post-workout drink. So, all right. We were talking about yesterday. YouTube notified you. Awesome. Okay. Because what I'm learning, I did a little research. I've been here before the stream started, but I got a notification. Awesome. Okay. That's helpful. Because I think there is a discrepancy between. Awesome. Okay. Thank you, Unfinished. There is a discrepancy between desktop and mobile that if you don't go all the way into the settings and have it exactly right on your phone, you will not be notified about it. All right. Let's talk about generators. Who was asking about generators yesterday? Anybody remember who was talking about generators? So, all right. So this gets created and put into memory. Now, what's really cool about this is this function next. Well, let's rerun this. don't ever forget. Don't get ever. I don't know if you, there's an old saying that my grandparents used to say, "Don't get too big for your britches." So don't think you're better than you are. All right. So Dur and help are your friends. So what? All right. So I've created a generator object. So what can I do to it? So, all right. We talked about double underscore a little bit yesterday, or magic method. So here are the methods, but a great way to look about it and think about what. So if you have a double underscore, that means that's what it's capable of doing. These are the things you can do to it. These are the things you're able to do. So if you throw or call a next function, let's see. If you haven't seen, are my lights flickering? Let's do help on next. What in the world is that? Aha. Built-in function next in built-ins. I haven't seen the stream before this because I was confused with the glitch. Okay. So we were talking on Discord, weren't we, Nico? I guess I thought you were in a live stream. Yeah, back on the 11th. All right. Well, that's cool. I'm glad you're here, and I'm glad you're watching. So, let's see. Let's go back. How's the coloring? It's all right. Looks like it wants to rain outside, so throwing off my coloring. So, hope it's not too distracting. Don't think my teeth are that bad today. Okay. So let's see. All right, back to, let's get rid of that and make sure I can see the stream. There we go. Okay. All right. Now, I went back and I found, have you guys ever seen the shopping list, my shopping list video? We actually created a small little text file, text app to add things to. It was saying a live stream was created even before it was actually created, and it didn't have any countdown. It just said stream offline. That is so weird. Okay, yeah, this is turning into a glitch thing then, because this is getting weirder and weirder. All right, so okay. I'm on my live page, so now I'm seeing, this is a live stream. Yeah, that's not the image that's supposed to show, so something has changed. Okay, that's weird. That's great information, Nico. All right, thank you. All right, let's get going back on generators and the next function. And we're talking about the shopping list. So this is a very handy way to be able to iterate through things. This is another tool to iterate through things without needing a for loop. So if this does this, go to next item. So we have our 5, we have our generator object. And also one of the other use cases for a generator is efficiency, because I also did a video and a topic of, let's see, where did I put it? Let's bring this over here. Uncomment this out. This is all right, so made a very large, ran through, let's see, save. so I made generator objects. That was through the for loop. That was probably through list comprehension. And then this is through the generator object. How quickly. And these are in seconds. So 0.48 seconds, 0.5 seconds, 0.002 seconds. So it is just a faster, more optimized. So I know we talked a little bit about optimization and cost and things like that. And when you become more and more advanced and large systems, you will need to worry about that. But right now, like I can't say enough, just get it to work. Just absolutely get it to work. So, all right. So where was it? Yeah, it wasn't using that. So, all right. So a generator object has a magic method, a double underscore method next. So that means that I can use the next function on it. That's not great grammar, so I apologize. So it created the first next. Sorry. So then 0, then I call it again 5, call it again 2, again 3. Now we went up to 5. Let's see. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if I call this again, I will be at the end of my iteration. So it will stop. Let's see where the shopping list was. Here we go. Shopping list, open. Is there anything you guys want to go over today? Shopping list. Oh, that's the actual. Oh, what does time sleep do? Oh, that's a great question. All right. So what that does is yield in. So, all right, great questions. All right, let's start with was the time sleep here? Was that here? Do I have sleep? Probably do. All right, but time sleep. Okay, import time. So dir on time sleep. So basically, and I've actually been utilizing this a lot in my data IQ flows, because sometimes, and well, we're not going to talk about that, but it would be running so fast it would run over the other code. So I would need to put in small little pauses. So all right, sleep. So help dot time dot sleep. 2 E's 1 P. All right. Built-in sleep in module time, sleep seconds, delay execution for a given number of seconds. The argument may be a floating point for sub-second precision. Basically, time sleep 5. So here, let's have a side by side. So see I'm going. I'm just clicking through. So time sleep 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Boom. Okay. Maybe I counted too fast, but it sees this, stops, begins counting seconds off the processor, and then once that whatever the sleep happens, then it continues on with the code. So Whenever I do that, 1 1000, 2 1000, 3 1000, 4 1000, 5 1000. Okay, that's pretty close. Hey, that was really close. All right, now unfinished. What does yield do? All right, so yield, that's what makes this a generator. So the yield keyword, so we have seen return. So if I were to put return in here, that would make it a regular function. And problematic. Have you never used yield? Yeah. There's the use cases for generators are really narrow. I need to go back and find the shopping list. And I'm a little ill prepared today, so I apologize. But maybe we can pull this up and see if I can find. Yuck. Where is it? Do I have a file folder over here? Do have downloads over here. All right, give me a second. Let me see if I can find it. Because it's kind of cool. Open. Let me bring this over here. And I do want to talk about the chicken nuggets because I think that's a great one. And we also need to really deep dive into prime numbers. So maybe we can do some live coding. All right, shopping list. Nope. Is it inside ideas? Let's see. No. Search here. Find. Why isn't this? Oh, because I have this open over here. Oh, that's interesting. All right. Shopping. Okay, here it is. All right. All right, let's uncomment this out. Let's see if I can remember how to uncomment that. All right. So what I was doing, there was a lot going on with the shopping list. So if you've not seen that video, because I'm not gonna remember everything in here. And I could have sworn that this had a. Did you make a video on decorators? Yes, I did. Yes, I did. That's a good one to talk about. So basically, what do you understand, Nico? What do you understand about decorators? And before I just start, I want to have a starting point. Let's see. That's still not live. Why is that not live? That drives me bananas. So see, on my end, the feed goes slow. And the video, I don't know if it's only ads that pop up. Some basic stuff. All right. So basically, a decorator is like addition atop of code. Yield is tested in playwright framework instead of return. Alex, so say that again. Playwright framework. Yes. So that's the keyword for to differentiate, because it's the same structure. So you use yield to differentiate between just a standard function and a generator, because I guess that I haven't read into why exactly, but that's how I would design it. I would want to just have one thing change, because I wouldn't want to change, because if you think about it, you would have to change the entire structure and the design. How much does decorator run functions when decorators run? The function is run in playwright framework. Hang on a second. Sorry, got a kid texting me. La 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 la. All right. So if you think about this, actually, let's talk about this for a second. So, I wondered if that was going to happen, because typically when you have return, it's supposed to kill everything below it, but that does not. So let's comment this out. Let's see. Yep. So, all right. Let's kind of talk about this functionality of what's happening here. So, when I added this, and this is here. So this is an actual pretty interesting and need to be known about dead code after return. So when you have, and I was wondering what was going to happen with yield being below return, but I guess yield trumps return in this. But if you look right here, so I created this function, because it's a function because I put return in here. Now everything underneath return becomes dead code. So when I called 5, it returned in, and in was set excuse me, and in was set to 0. Try and accept. Okay. How do you use some decorator run functions when decorators run, when the function is run, and then you try? Are you saying try as in the try and accept clause? Let's come down here. Oh, that's why that's thrown in there. Huh. There we go. Okay. Are you referring to that? A try? Because that is so this is error handling. So it's basically, I could have something that crashes. This is actually very, very good. It's like, try, here we go. X0. There's a perfect example. No. Try 8 divided by X. So you would want to defend against this to be able to handle this possible thing that could crash, all of your stuff. It should be, and you're gonna then handle it. Accept. There we go. And then now you also get into this really, so paths. You can easily get into a problem with try and accept, because you can accidentally accept too many errors here. So let me give you an example. So if I were to leave this blank and go try accept and then just do everything here, well, it could be failing. I could be failing for a different reason and then throwing the wrong error. So basically you'd have to sit and think, just like all your paths, just like we had for our positive. So we had to think of all of our paths I guess I haven't thought about the syntax, and that you may be exactly right. I haven't done a. Might be why it's thrown an error. Yeah. I got it. No. What is that? Try. What is it? Node sum answer. I'd have to look up the syntax of try. I haven't done a try statement, a exception error handling in Python, and I couldn't tell you. Let's see. Well, let's look up the syntax for try and accept. Because here's the thing. Don't be afraid of reading in the documentation. So, all right, let's pull this over here. Let's get this. And do you guys know about help inside the interpreter? Have you ever seen this? So, all right. Syntax for errors and exceptions. So, all right, yeah, I was way off. Oh, and then see that this is exactly to which I'm referring. So you can do an accept and leave this blank, and it will work. But you could be accidentally over capturing because you'd want to assign it. So there are, I don't want to say. Let's see if it actually has. And then there's a way to raise exceptions. That when I first found that out, that then you can begin to control the code so much. You can be on the look for. And finally is a very interesting one too. But all right. So try, accept, else, and finally. All of those keywords work. Are you able to pull that info with help in the interpreter? Can you show? Sure, absolutely. So let's look. It's try, code, accept, exception, or name as code that runs when error occurs. Yes. What kind of message do you want to have happen? Yeah. Okay. So check this out. I think this works. So you leave help blank. I remember the first time I saw this. So, all right, let's look right here real quick. So you don't pass in anything into help, and you dive into this whole other terminal right here. All right. And you get a lot of information. So let's go back. So I typed in try statement, and then here's everything so it is more than a regular, because the help is assigned when you run help on a object. That is the documentation that is written associated with it. What I've found is this interactive help is so much more. So it actually goes through exception clause, specific one or more exception handlers. When no exceptions occur, let's see. Except as in. I mean, it's just so much. Let's try it. Yeah. And then, yes, this is it. And related topic exceptions. So let's type exceptions and see what happens. I send Smith on Discord, but I don't know about the finally thing. Yes, I don't think I've ever had a need for finally. It's like an elevated else, I guess is a way to put it. Let's see. Okay, sorry. Yeah, I don't know why oh, I've turned my speaker down so I didn't hear anything on Discord. All right, you sent something on Discord. Let me go look at it. Try print code runs if no error except error code name. Yes. So when you're you want to grab, if you've had it fail before, you want to grab the failure, the exception. Why is my code? Why did my code crash? And then you want to insert it there, and then to typically have a print statement, and more than likely a loop or a break or wherever you want to go back. So let's type in exceptions. So there we go. Let's go back up here and read this. So, all right. Exceptions are means of breaking out of normal flow of control and a code block in order to handle errors or other exceptional conditions. There we go. All right. I need to put... Oh, but I don't like the Discord over on this side of the screen. Let's see. All right. Okay. And then again, I started going down rabbit holes when I found out about this piece, because you can just go through what are you using to type things and info. What am I using to type things and info appears? What is this right here? So I'm just in, and I believe it works. Save. Let's see. I think this works here too. Yeah. So it works in any, it's built in from what I've seen for a while in any Python interpreter. So it's in the basic, and it's into Spider, because Spider is still basically just the interpreter with an application built on top of it. So it's basically the interpreter decorated with another application layered upon it. It's just help. Yeah, awesome. Thank you, Alex. It's just help with zero arguments passed into the help function. Thank you, Alex. I did not. I missed that. So it's just this, and then you get to the that interactive help screen. So all right. Let's see. What were we talking about? Let's see. Let me look at something. Yeah, like we were talking about the live streams earlier. The one from yesterday showed that it had the same publish date as Sundays. So I couldn't really wrap my head around what in the world was happening. So it was just something is happening with live streams that I do not understand, because I will have a tremendous amount of views and a lot of watch time, and then after, so here's something about the 24-hour thing. After 24 hours after it publishes, something resets. So I read something somewhere that it was saying that live stream views and hours don't count towards regular watch time. So I guess people were coming in here and just doing live streams, and maybe no ads were running. I don't know, but I was getting 12 hours of watch time on the live stream, and I was like, oh, okay, wow. All of this may be worth my time and energy to start doing more live streams. And then after 24 hours, it would go from 11 hours to 2 hours. And I was like, whoa, wait a minute. That's just like my regular videos. But all right, I digress. Let's see. And it's not live again. It buffered. I don't know. Curious. Are ads popping up in this live stream? Because I have no idea. I don't have any. There's probably a setting somewhere, but I'm just curious because that's the only thing I can think of what's causing this buffering. Because I have to come over here every so often and click the live button. All right. It takes 24 hours to verify your account. After that, you can just instantly start your live stream with. You haven't gotten any ads. Okay. All right. Yeah, I don't know exactly because I know people are watching the live stream after it publishes, so there's a weird clocking system. So it isn't considered published until after the live stream ends. But I don't know how another live stream popped up, Nico, for today because I did not schedule one. So it's a learning process, and I'm trying to get back more comfortable being back in front of the camera because I've got to start doing some LinkedIn videos. All right. Let's see. We talked a little bit about generators. We've talked about a lot of stuff today. We talked about try and accept. Was there something else? We talked about yield. Yield is the keyword that distinguishes a generator from a regular function. Let's see. We did the interactive help. That is decorators. All right. Let's do that. All right, Nico. Let me find some. Let's see if I can find some decorators. Streamers say something about pressing a button and then everyone in the stream except the people with premium. Oh, we'll get an ad. Okay. I will. Nico? Do you have premium? So, because I thought I saw like a little counter every so often shows up at the bottom and says an ad's going to show up, but I don't see anything other than that. Okay. All right. Well, I got a lot to figure out then. All right. Let's see decorators. Let's see when I did decorators. No. It's not there. Decorator, no. Okay. On a different account. Got it. All right. There we go. Now I'm looking for a file with some decorator on it. Triangle. Discord test. Don't know what Discord test means. Oh, and I've got to I don't know what in the world. All right. Let's see. Nope, don't need to click on that right there. All right. While I'm looking for decorators, is there anything else? You just got 2 ads. Interesting. All right. There's some code damn stuff. MIT. Oh, okay. How would you solve a palindrome? How would you test for a palindrome? Is everybody on Discord right now? So let's see. And the sun came out. How's the coloring look? It's all right. Now the sun's going to come out and shine through the window. I got to figure that out. All right. I know I need to redo my green screen because it takes me forever to do. I should just let my younger son do it. He'd probably be done in 5 minutes. All right. Let's see. palindrome. Okay. It is. Hang on. It is a word that is the same forward and backwards. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So perfect example. Dad, mom. This is one that blows me away. Race car. Same. Why is this throwing an error now? Let's get rid of that. There we go. Didn't like that. So, if it is the same forward and backwards. So, how would you test if this was the same forward and backwards? How would you go about handling something like this? Because hint has to do, you're going to have to be able to handle slicing and indexing. Anybody have any guesses of how we do something like that? Because it is a great exercise. And start, stop, and step. That's your hint. So does anybody know the similarities between slicing and the range function? Has anybody noticed that and put that together? Took me a while to figure that out. I think that was one of the times that I was in. I would split the message in 3, the start, the middle, and the end, and it would check if the inverted start is the same as the end. Nico, put something. I'm just curious. Send me something like that in Discord so I can take a peek at it. I think I get what you're saying, but I'm just curious. Because when I show you a very efficient way to do this, you're going to be quite surprised. How long have you guys been studying Python? Let me open your okay, you're going to open your editor. All right, so how long have put into chat somebody put into how long have you guys been studying Python? I'm just curious for that so I can kind of get an idea of the audience, because you're not sure. Okay. All right. So this is start, stop, step. So the only difference between range function and slicing is okay, a few weeks. Well, everything that we're doing right now is perfect for you, JDR. So in the range function, start, stop, step. Oh God. Okay. All right. Now with indexing, it uses square brackets like a list. So if we were to take x, x, assign it to me, then if I were to index 1, and then if I were to slice, and let's talk about something. Slice here. Anybody know mutable and immutable? Because this is vital for strings. Have you guys heard the terms? Because yesterday's live stream we talked about inclusive and exclusive. Can't remember if that uses the language, because all these things, yep, it's in here. So return an object that produces a sequence of integers from start inclusive to stop exclusive by step. Perfect. So same rules, inclusive, exclusive for slicing. So if I were to name Samuel, then I run this, name, I have Samuel. Actually, let's stay A, B, C, D, E, F. It's still 6. A, B, C, D, E, F. That's still 6. So now name is A, B, D, C, E, F. So if I do a slice of 0, I get this. So let's talk about immutable. So I cannot change. So with a list, I can change any object in it. I can change a list. I cannot change a string. So that's one of the things that took me forever. Even though, so nums equals 1, 2, 3, 4. Close this out. So if I were to come in here, this is what creeps me out, that this is completely legal. Nums and 0 equals hat. So when I call nums again, I have hat 2, 3, 4. That is completely legal. So this is help on nums. If you spell nums right, you'll get back some stuff. Can't remember if it talks about if a list is mutable or so. Yep, cool. Because sometimes the information inside the help is very, very good, and sometimes it's only pretty good. So it has it in here, mutable. It's malleable. I'm able to change it. A string is immutable. I cannot change it, but I can use parts of it. So if I were to, let's do this. So I have this right here. I can't come in here and do something like this. Index 0 equals hat. We'll try this again. Okay. Not supported. It cannot be done. It's not able to be done. But I can do this. Hat plus, and I know this is weird, but this is just concatenation. And I hate that word because I'm like, that word doesn't even sound anything like being able to add 2 strings together. But if I were to then go name, starting at 1, going all the way through, then I'm able to do what I want to. I can't change anything in it, but I can use parts of it. So I sliced off, however you want to think about it. I chopped off the front because I went to 0 index. So 0 index of 1, and I said go the rest of the way. So I left out, I said go the rest of the way. So, all right, in the range function, I've got start, stop, step. And then here, I should do it here like this. X, not curly brackets, square brackets. Start, stop, step. So same rules, just comma, and also it defaults. When these are blank, if you pass it in 1, it's just a slicing. The only difference between range and slicing is it thinks 1 and it defaults to the rest of these. If you pass in 1 for slicing, it doesn't slice. You just get one solid. You're saying, hey, I want this index. That's the only thing that is super pertinent, the difference between the two. So if I were to do this and leave this blank, if I pass in a colon, as I passed in a colon here, I'm saying go all the way to the end and default step to 1. So let me show you this. So now if I were to come here, is name still? Yeah. Name 1. So check this out. So if I'm leaving this blank, I'm saying default go all the way to the end. Now it defaults to 1 for step. So if I pass in 2, it's going to go every other one. So if we look and bring this up here, let's shrink this a little bit. Is it going to fit? Is it going to fit? Is it going to fit? All right. So I started at 1. That was B. Then I go over 2 because I'm stepping by 2. Ah, crap. Sorry. Stepping by 2. So D, index 3. And it's a slice, so it's putting all these together. So it's going 1, index 1, over to 3 because I'm going by 2s. Then I'm going another 2 over to 5. So B, D, F. So just like this. So I know we're going round and round to show you the palindrome. Nico, have you done anything? Have you tried the palindrome yet? Did you have an example? Because it's going to blow your mind when I show you how to do this. All right. So def pal. I'm kind of dumb, so it's taking me a while to go. No worries. I'll just show you. And no, I'm really dumb. So no, don't worry about doing this. And I'm terrified of writing code in front of you guys here. All right. So let's see. So take in. Let's just do X. I'm really awful at naming variables. All right. If X equals X, boom, boom, -1. So what am I doing there? All right, so check this out. Name. So if it defaults to 1, that means it's 1 going forward. So I want to go backwards. So if I were to slice this and do -1. So wait a minute, what? Oh, look at this. So what it does is it takes it and flips it completely around. It says start at the beginning, go to the end. Oh, wait, but go backwards. So FEDCBA. Boom. All right. Then return true. Else return false. Okay. Print pal dad. Now we could get fancy and we could handle what happens if they passed in a capital, because that would fail. So anybody seen how to handle strings and capitalization and lowercase? And yeah, I thought you'd like that because it's simple and it's elegant. Let's do mom. Yeah, and let's do race car, and then let's do Bob, but we're gonna have Bob be capitalized. Bob. All right, let's run this. F9. True, 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 false. So we could actually print. We're just gonna leave it there. So all right, kind of cool, isn't it? Pretty interesting palindrome. That, and it's just a thought exercise. So that's one of the things that I'm obsessed with trying to convince my community, that getting hung up on packages and modules and what to learn. Be excellent at this, because you can learn yeah, I was gonna do that, but a lot more and that's the point. Okay, so yep, that's 100%. It is false because B equals B. False. Like making a function for reversing it. Yeah, absolutely. So, because I think the first time I did this, I put it into a list. Then I reversed it. Then I put it back. It was something awful. You guys know about if you pass in a string to a list, or if you list. Here, check this out. Have you guys seen this? Do you guys know that one? You know you can do that because this is an iterable. Have you guys seen that? So, now did I assign this to anything? All right, so convert was that a tuple? Tuple into a list? Yeah. I do that all the time. The last 2 weeks, that's all I was doing was going and wrapping tuples coming out of an object in a query, and then placing it in hang on a second. Sorry, I gotta read. We got a lot of drama going on. We always have a lot of drama going on at my house. I need to read this. Okay, sorry. Okay. Float into integers, very useful. Yes. Oh my gosh. But weird. I was talking about turning tuples. Yeah, having lists go back and forth. So I think this was my first attempt, where then I did this, and then reverse equals that, and then I actually this is I called dir on that, and reverse, and then I took big reverse and I reversed it. Oops. So then there. So and then I joined. God, what'd I do? It was so bad. All right. You guys know how to take this and turn it back into a string? Anybody know how to do that? This took me a minute to figure. This is a little. This is not intuitive. This is probably the only thing in Python that I do not like. It is the reverse of what you'd expect. Bingo. That is exactly right. And I don't like it. What's up, Jan? All right. And then you pass that in. So it is, in my opinion, it should be the other way around. But I also see the argument is that since this is an iterable, it has to go into here. I get it because we're operating. This is a string method, and we're passing in the iterable. I get that now, but I remember when I was first doing this, I'm like, wait a minute. I want to then put this in. So the first time I did this, I had all of that garbage over here to test to do this one little simple line. But that is what optimization is get it to work and then find a better way to do it. So that's what I can't, just get it to work. Just get it to work. Just get it to work. I can't say that enough. Make it, and only write things, small pieces. Do not try to write an entire script or a program or something like this all at one time, because something is going to go wrong. I know I broke my rule last Friday on my last day. I was trying to change everything at work and everything was breaking, and I was under great duress. But you want to change one thing, test it, make sure it works, and then go on to something else. Because if you could have different paths, you could have different combinations. Question out of this topic. I've been trying to learn how to convert a Python script to POO. So as I was, what's up, Dax? I'm going to call it from another Python script. Is there a way, any tutorial you recommend to do so? Okay, so POO. I guess I'm unaware of that. Unaware of that term. So you're converting any Python script into POO. All right, give me a second. POO. You're not meaning object-oriented OOP, are you? Object-oriented programming? Because I guess I'm at a loss. Let's see. Not that. To a class. Okay. All right. Well, all right. So bear with me on why. What do you... Be very careful with this. So you're trying to take a Python script and then convert it. Okay. If you focus on the why you're doing it or what you're trying to do, that's going to set you down the path of what you're going to try to fix. So what problem are you trying to fix? Because if you're not trying to fix a specific problem and you're just trying to do this entire thing, you're not going to know what to try to handle. I know that sounds like just garbage. Just saying that the Discord chat can help. Is anybody okay? I need to find a better. Okay, is anybody do a lot of web scraping? So I need to convert my script to. All right. Well, okay. You need to make a lot of class objects. Is that what you're trying to say? Because I mean, you're going from so you have a script that's functional, and you want to convert everything. I mean, you'd have to rewrite everything. So you want to go to object oriented programming with this script. Well, before you start does the script work? Hang on. Convert my web scraping script into OOP. Well, before you take on a project like that, does the script work now? Are you going to do it before for efficiency reasons? Excuse me, or then? I mean, is it slow? I mean, do you not like it because it takes too long, and you're trying to optimize it? I mean, that would be a valid reason. Like if it takes 4 hours to do everything, and if you convert it over to object oriented, you can do it in 2 or 1. Then yeah, that would be a good reason. But I need to be able to call it from another script. No, you don't. You can call. That's how you import. All right, let's actually talk about this for a second. Yeah, to import. That's exactly what I was about to do. So time is a file, and I'm just importing it. Let me bring this over here. So you build another script to call that script. You don't need to change anything. I have scripts that go and grab stuff of functions that I've created that I don't want to have other people see. So I'll go and create a script. It's in my stock screener. I have things that when I scroll by, I don't want anybody that in the videos to see what I've made. So all the keys that I have, I import my file so I can scroll back and forth, and all of that is hidden. So if you have a file and you need to bring it in, it just needs to be in the same directory as this. That if I'm understanding what you're saying, and the hindrance that you're trying to overcome is you just need to have that script be in the same location and import it, and then do whatever you're doing. Does that make sense? Because that's how I'd handle it, instead of going and rewriting everything and creating these new objects. Because that's going to be, yeah, that's exactly how I would do it. Because you're asking for huge delays, all sorts of problems. It just has information that is identifiable to me, and I just, instead of me worrying about blurring it out, I just created I created other scripts that and then I just turned them into variables. Yeah, private information. I just didn't want keys out there. Accessed, and I wanted to scroll through when I was showing, and that actually inadvertently became a whole issue, and I had to help some people wrap their head around that. And it's this is what I love about Python, that this right here is nothing more than a Python file, nothing more than this, and that's it. And it's just sitting out there ready to be used. So when I import it, it goes and initiates the init. So it opens it up, and it has a bunch of classes in it, and it follows all of these, and it runs the script, and it tests if main. Do you guys know the underscore main? Have you guys seen my videos on that? And that's the way you can handle it. Oh, there's a whole thing. There's whole ways that you could handle this. I would 100% bring this in as a file instead of having to rewrite it. If it is, yeah, bingo. That's exactly it. And you can control all of that with those type of syntaxes. Syntax. There we go. All right. Let's see. Well, that has been very cool. What else? What else we want to talk about? I guess I can talk a little bit about being completely unemployed right now, doing sending out a ton of resumes, filling out, applying for jobs. There are, and now I've seen the memes of upload your resume, and then since it has all of your work history, enter work history. It's like, oh my God, why? You just downloaded my work history. Now, then there are some websites that do pull everything from the resume, and it then breaks it down as your work history. And I was like, oh, okay, that's kind of cool. I'm impressed with that. All right. What else do we want to talk about? That was fantastic. I feel like we have missed something that people were asking about. Why does YouTube have so much info on their viewers? Nico, I'm sorry, I'm not understanding. Why do YouTubers have so much info on their viewers? Why do I have info on you? I guess I don't think I have any info on you. But Alex, entrepreneurship. Yes. But I'm not a good salesperson. And why do content creators like get an entry list? I get an entry list of info on their viewers. I don't have any information. Like, you can get a list of what people search. Oh, yeah. It's just the data of, now the one thing that does intrigue me of the path, how people get to my video. How people, so you can either put in your title or put in your search parameters to help people, because if they ended up getting to that video, maybe they stumbled across it, they got to it, and they're glad they got there, but it was more of a challenge to get there. So YouTube tries to, it's an interesting thing. It's like, what'd they search for to get to see you, and where'd they come from to get to see you? It's like, where were they right before they got to your video? That has actually helped me a lot. But back to the entrepreneurship. My parents have done it. I just don't have that in me. I just don't have the nerve, I don't think. And I wouldn't know what I'd want to do. I mean, I've been trying to do this YouTube thing for 7 years, and it's just, I just enjoy it. There's a disconnect between my abilities, the things that are important to do, like the thumbnails. I know that the thumbnails are vital to get people to click, because I probably have a 99 plus approval rating. I get to your channel by searching for Python seed, Python base. Yes, because there are a ton of Python basics. Type Python seed, my top video. Dax, isn't that how you actually, wasn't that the first video you watched? Because that was one of my most popular videos for a while. Why is it important to know that someone found your video by searching how to play Minecraft or something? Well, because what happens because there are multiple fields. There are multiple fields in searching. So title is the first search. Title of the video is the first search. Then there's a like a bank of things, of keywords. Yes, it's the keyword area of the upload, and then the third is the description. So that information, because there may have been I had something in there, and actually I think I think it was Dax's. Well, I don't want to say too much, but Dax was sharing that Dax's household was sharing that I needed to make Python and Minecraft videos. So it's information to know how people who like your channel are getting to you. So maybe there's a way to cross-pollinate or have those topics, because I mean, if somebody, it's like the Venn diagram. So if people are interested in Python and people are interested in Minecraft, maybe it would behoove you to, because there's actually way you can integrate Python and scripts and cheat codes into Minecraft and be able to. I know what my son and I we worked on some stuff to teleport across, and so it's just code. And I don't know if Minecraft is purely written in Python, but at least you can manipulate with Python. You can make things like plugins for Minecraft. Yeah, exactly. So that if that was enough for me, or if I truly just wanted an audience. So I only really want to teach. So here's an interesting thing. I only really want to teach what I want to teach because I want to be excited about it. I don't want to go through the motion. Minecraft is written in Java. I was wondering if I can make Minecraft things in Python. We got a whole book on Python and Minecraft. We didn't get but like 2 or 3 chapters in, and then my son, he wasn't that interested anymore, and I wasn't gonna force him. I thought it was going to be something that we could spend time on, and he could learn problem solving. But he did a little bit. He read some, built 1 or 2 things. I think it was teleportation. We were just bouncing back and forth across the map. But yeah, you were able to do all this. Python is so versatile. I mean, Jython, Python, that you can go and write it in Python and it'll work in a Java environment. Python, you can write Python and it'll work in a C environment. All of these things. It is just so okay. Okay. All right. Let's see. Ooh, what was that, Nico? I'm not following that. Is that just the spinning the spinning wheel? All right. So, what else are we talking about? Yeah, because Dax, the Python basics. There's just so many that you have to you either have to go to your subscription things or type in one of my videos. But yes, or actually just type in the at. I think the at Python basics is supposed to work. That's what I read somewhere, but I haven't actually tried it myself. I try not to watch any of my videos because I don't want to skew any of it. I want it to be as accurate as possible. Let's see. Let's see, where are we? Okay. Because I'm going to be intrigued of how yesterday's stream went, because after it, like, it's right now, I'm looking at it right now. It's 23 hours and 39 minutes. That was that was the minute I got done when it got published. So I, at 24 hours, something's going to change. It has right now like 6 hours of watch time, 6.8 hours with 142 views. That's going to get like chopped in half or chopped in a quarter, and it's going to be an hour or two and only like a handful of views, and I don't really understand why. All right. We got an hour and a half in. After the stream ends, I'll DM you if something weird happens. Okay. No problem. And thank you. Okay. So we've done the palindrome. We've done we handled the just any Python script and however you just whatever you want to name it. Let's see. Let me give you an example. What is let's see. Import Python basics underscore 2024. I know. Well, I'll look at that. I don't want to move anything around. I'll look at that tomorrow, because I know I have it right here, but can't remember where I am, and I've changed the code, and I don't have the keys hidden anymore. So because I had to move it to a different computer because I'm trying to rebuild it. So I was doing a lot of work on my laptop, so I don't want to do that. All right, let's see. We went over the generators. Classes. We haven't even done anything with classes yet. So, and I mean, you know that a class is the basis of object, or I know Nico. Classes are the building blocks of object-oriented programming. Are you aware of that? Before we jump into that, classes are awesome. Okay, so you know how to create it. Do you know how to create a class? Just so I can get kind of a baseline. I mean, I can make objects with classes and stuff like something dot another something. Right. Okay, so what would be an example of why you would want to make a class? Because this is important, because you can make a class with a parent. Okay. All right, because I think, let me see where I am. Let's see. All right, here's a perfect one. Let me close this. Bring this over here. All right. So I know I talked about this yesterday a little bit. Does that fit? All right. Let's see. You can do module import class something as something. You can do from. Yes. So, absolutely. All right, so let's run this. Do I have anything else going? I do. Okay, let's just do this. 9. F9. I love that I started using F9 more and more. All right, so what? So I'm going to box equals rect, and then pass in length of 5, width of 6. So, all right. Do you get what I'm doing here? So here is, have you done something like this before and created a class? Do you understand before we get into anything? Because this is init. All right, cool. So you understand init is, you got to have it in there because you're initiating it. That's init. And this took me forever with the self and the why and and all that. I use classes a lot. They're very okay. So give me an example of what you use a class for. So you're creating your own objects in Python, which is awesome, which is absolutely awesome. Can you give me an example of one of the classes that you've created recently and are using? Well, I mean, I guess if you're using it all the time, do you need my help, or you're just wanting to get some support, which I completely get that too. All right, sorry, just waiting for. Where'd the live stream go? There it is. You gotta open a folder. I get that. Okay. So everybody else who's here, have you guys ever seen a class get created that it's basically, think about a list, and it has properties. You can do stuff with it, you can do stuff to it, and you get it to act, and you get it to act a certain way. Well, the larger complex problems you're going to have, there's going to be times where you're going to be like, man, I'm constantly reusing this thing and I need it to do more. Well, think about creating a class when it begins to interact and behave ways. So if you look at you're like, well, why'd this come out? Well, if you think about it, once it got initiated, I gave a print statement. So once it got initiated, I had it do something. And as you're initiating it, I took in the length and the width, and I put it in the documentation, or in the init. I did not make documentation because it told us I did not make. No documentation available. So, all right. I may need to. How about getting a class created out of a palindrome script you made before? All right. So, creating a class. So, I would take in. So, I would take in an object as a string, and I would. Well, that's where you begin to. Are you overcomplicating it? So, sent something in Discord. Thank you. Man, we got 2 messages. Missing all kinds of stuff. La 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 la. All right. Library. From library, import library as library. Oh, wait a minute. Okay. This is the one above. E-test. Python code. Execute Python. Return false. Okay. Exception. E return true. Library. Oh, okay. Library array of version. So what's install print for library in libraries. Nice. Okay. So you got a method install and then check install. All right. So this looks pretty good. So do you guys understand that? And this took me forever. So since it's inside an object, hang on. Also, I made the class I made the class before I knew what self is. Yeah, I know that. I know that feeling. It uses self as an argument. I'll fix it now. Can you explain when you do need to use the self word and when it is not used? Okay, so yeah. So self is... God, I haven't explained this in a while, so bear with me. Let's stick... Here we go. We're going to do this. We're going to create our 5 and 6. And then box 1 is 2 and 4. All right. So this is our object. This is our class. So this is a think about parameters. So this is a parameter, and this is the object that you built from these parameters. So in the self, you have to use this to refer to itself. And here are the guidelines and the parameters for this self. So you have to distinguish and call itself to then use it, because right here you have to distinguish between the argument and itself, and then you go from there. All right, so I don't know if that helped, but like I said, I haven't explained this in a while. So you have to, when you're creating, what does the B strings do? Where, Nico, ask that again. B strings. What do B strings do? Is that in any of my scripts? Yeah, I was searching online and I saw a B string. Oh, that may be... Wait a minute. A byte string? A byte string? Because you have an F string, which you can pass in variables inside the F string, which is unbelievably powerful. That I like it better than formatting. So this was old. So the more the more useful. Let's see. Yes, I believe those. I believe that's byte. I don't think it's binary. Not binary. Let me remind myself. B string in Python. Let's see. I think it can handle bytes that you can pass in. So you can have even more like hex code. You can pass in that. If I remember, I saw it a long time ago. I never used it. I think you can use, yeah, you either hex or Unicode, that then you can actually pass in some Unicode in here, like actual like special characters and things, and it won't throw up. If I'm remembering right. Let's see. What is it? I'm sorry. What did you say? It's weird because if I do print b hello, it doesn't error and gives me. Let's see. So you're saying, yeah. Always do this. Yeah, bytes. So it's, and then yeah. So it turns it into bytes. So you're able to pass in probably hex code and Unicode. I haven't used. I don't have a use case off the top of my head, but I think we did something when we were having to create and pass information back and forth in our application that we built, and I think we had to turn it into bytes, and I can't remember why. But right now, off the top of my head, I do not have. Wait a minute. I'll have to think about that. I have done that. I had something. I did something with that. I did. And I can't really remember. It's when data streams. So you're going to need to bring it back out of a bytes because it converts, if I'm remembering this, of what I ran into, it transmits better. And it was when I was streaming data back and forth. And I did, yeah. Or downloading, was it the poem? I'm trying to remember when I was reading and writing off of a file. Yeah. Hang on. Oh, am I starting to turn yellow? The lighting. Yeah, because I have a really crappy green screen. I did this. I set it up on a really late night, and it was dark, so I had to get the backlighting exactly right, or I turn yellow. Thank you very much for letting me know. Is that better? So, and I think I need to get more lights. I have them up as bright as I can to kill all the yellow. All right. Oh, I didn't look. Is any of that code behind my big head? There we go. Yeah, you've given me something to think about. When you're reading and writing, it's going to turn into bytes when you're reading and writing a file in and out. Do you guys know what a context manager is? Have you guys ever seen a context manager? All right, I look normal now. Okay, cool. All right. Let's see. Let's see. Sorry. Dealing with the drama. Let's see. You look more. I did. So, context managers are. Thank you, Jan. Thank you so much, as always. I'm probably going to drop here. But, all right, context managers are very important. It uses the keyword with. And it is when you're opening and closing files, if you try to handle the opening and the closing of the files, you're more than likely going to make a mistake or forget a close. Or yes, it has been 100 minutes, and I'm probably going to drop here because we got some people dropping off. They have stuff to do or head to bed, because I know some folks it's late where they are. But yeah, now that I remember where I saw the bytes, it was the streaming of the line as I was reading through the file, because as you're slowly reading instead of downloading and opening the file. Yeah, it was the shopping list too. So, okay, I'll go back and revisit the shopping list. We'll probably look at that maybe tomorrow, because that was a great exercise for me to think about, because you needed to edit, you needed to add things to the list, and then you needed to delete things to the list. So you were streaming the data from the file because you were importing it and moving up and down and all around in the file. So, all right, there we go, guys. Awesome stream today. Lot of really good questions. And we'll just hang out some more tomorrow. So thank you as always, guys, and hope everybody has a good rest of the day. If they're heading to bed, go get some good rest, and we'll check in later. All right.